Oh my god, it's the internet. Oh my god. Hi everybody. Welcome back to Critic Chronicles. Don't ask me why the goofy voice. It's been a week. Hi everybody. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Shadows over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel to Baldur's Gate 3. So excited to get back into this game. I have missed you all so dearly. Yeah, we haven't been live in a little bit, but that's okay. You know what? I think adulting in real life sometimes happens, and that's a thing that we all need to make sure we keep in mind. Is real life is always a thing, and we love each other when we have to get some rest. So, with that in mind, a couple quick posts. Go ahead and check out youtube.com/critic chronicles for the story thus far, as we are now venturing into deeper into the city of Elturel. Before we get to the recap, though, we're going to go ahead and hand it off to our wonderful cast of characters, my beautiful party. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and something random.
Okay, hi. Lauren Urban, she, her. I'm playing the chromatic dragonborn ranger Udazash, also she, her, who is really excited to get a tattoo. Is that random enough? It's random for all the people who weren't here for the pre-show.
It works. That's fine.
Yeah, that's so fair. Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they. And tonight I will be playing Winifred Fithiak, the Hexblood Celestial Warlock, who, I don't know, makes a habit of sleeping in graveyards.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm Brand.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, that's true. I vote if we ever have like a big group Shadows over Baldur's Gate trip, we go find a graveyard that we can go and spend the night in. Okay, maybe not. That may be a little weird. Hey, PJ, how you doing?
Hi everyone, my name is PJ McGaw, and I am playing Marcus Hellhammer, aka the Beast of Brimstone, aka the Fist of Fletcher Thoughts, aka the Mallet of Mephistopheles, aka Mr. He Don't Quit, and I am here with both pronouns he, him, and a little something special about Marcus is he likes to whittle little wooden reindeer in his off time. If you know the reference, then you watch Courage the Cowardly Dog way too much. So there you go.
Listen, that's a deep cut, and we love it. And hi, I'm Cujo. I'm your chronicler for this evening. I don't know in-sync dance choreography. That's a weird question. So anyway, when last we left our intrepid heroes, get out of here, PJ. As you can see, we are missing one Omega, who's on a fantastic trip right now. We wish them all the love. They'll be with us the next time we are live with this show. I'm not answering that question, Hypnotic, mainly because there's more than one. When last we left our intrepid heroes, after a difficult surprise battle with a mad mage in Elturel, who had one of the soul cages that our heroes are looking for, things got rather tense amongst everybody. Everybody sort of dealt with the after effects of such an intense moment and a strain on the connections that bind them in their own way. Eventually, they reconvened at a bar and decided to have a couple of drinks, order some nice food, try to come back to base level a little bit. But as they were enjoying their food, there was an individual who had been seemingly spying on them. After a hilarious few minutes of deciding how best to proceed and a clever use of detect thoughts, you introduce yourselves to this individual who introduced himself as Gable, the gentleman tabaxi and a member of the Crescent Cloaks, a group in Elturel whose currency is information. They gather all sorts of information throughout the city to keep the city safe. Or at least that's what Gable had said. After a brief conversation where your intentions were shared, as were Gable's, Gable revealed that there have been many bear attacks in the city. strange individuals have been seen being mauled by a bear before it escapes through the city streets, not to be seen again until the next attack happens. This was revealed to be Halsin, the very druid that you guys have been looking for. Halsin lies somewhere deep within the city, and Gable had agreed that he was going to take you to go and meet him. But that was after a full night's rest, as this day had seemingly gone for. It almost felt like it's been going for months at this point, like several weeks long. It's difficult to explain that sort of feeling. But where do you guys go to rest after that conversation? What do you guys do? I leave it to you.
Well, grandmother said that there was a place for us to be staying, and so that's where I'm going. Marcus, Winifred, you coming with us? I'm excited to find out where exactly we are staying.
Winifred and Shale are still on the roof of this tavern.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Marcus, are you coming with us?
I'm just now remembering my apologies. Marcus has left before this moment because he has to read up on his contract with Asmodeus.
One of the patrons next to Udazash is like, I don't know where we're going, but if you want to have a couple drinks, I mean, that could be kind of cool.
I think I have one of those moments of where I forgot where I was again.
Oh, I get that a lot. It's after I have a little too much whiskey.
I don't even need the whiskey. Sometimes I just need to be standing here. It's really weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I see where Leo went?
Or
where Marcus went, or where do I see anyone?
We'll say that Leo had stated that they're going to head back to Granny's.
Okay.
To rest for the evening. They have already a setup there.
Okay. Do I see Marcus? Because the last thing I remember is having a moment with Winifred and being like, all right, we're all cool. Because I said what I needed to say. Now everything's fine. And walking
That's
away.
how that works.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all cool now. Everything's great.
Marcus, do you stay in the tavern or do you venture out?
That's a good question. I think, well, first of all, I need someplace private. I'm probably going to have Marcus look for his room that he's going to be staying in that night. Okay. And just, little, either a bottle of whiskey or a bottle of tea, whatever he needs to do to get through this. And he's going to just get through this paperwork and figure out what the hell his contractual obligation is to the best damn devil in all of hell.
Okay. Is that room in this tavern? Or is it at a different establishment? You tell me.
Oh, man.
Hitting him with the hard questions, chat.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, I'm thinking, what is Marcus's feelings right now? I think Marcus is feeling that in true survivor of trauma fashion, he has to isolate himself. I think he feels that he has... Yeah, exactly. This is why we do dumb boy shit, because we have to learn dumb boy lessons, dumb man lessons. We gotta do this. So I think he's going to isolate himself to look over his contract. He'll probably stay in the tavern, away from everyone else, and then later we'll burn that bridge after we cross it. But right now, I got to probably stay in the tavern, away from everyone else.
Okay. Udazash, I believe you have your answer.
Okay. So there's a moment where she just kind of stands there looking a little lost, remembers that Marcus wanted to go do contract stuff, doesn't want to go back upstairs because Winifred was going to talk to Shale probably about something. Probably let them talk. I'm going to go see if grandmother has any more of those baked goods. And then find out where we're supposed to be staying. And then I can tell everybody. And then everybody will be happy because I'll know where we're supposed to be sleeping. That's what I'm going to do. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the bakery. Because Udazash doesn't know what trauma is because she doesn't understand that things have been traumatic. She got everything off of her chest and now everything's fine. And so she's gonna go to the bakery and try to be productive and figure out where we are all supposed to be staying for the night.
Okay. You head back to the bakery, and as you step inside, you see Leo sort of step behind the counter. He kind of gives a wave and then heads down into the basement. Um, Granny is behind the counter, and she says, "Oh dear, what? Oh, did you need the keys for your new place?"
Yes. I also need to know where the new place is.
Oh, where? And you see she sort of like disappears behind the counter for a moment. You hear some like shifting of like heavy things. Oh, where the hell is it? And you hear her drop a couple curse words, which for a nice sweet old lady, it's a little off-putting. But she appears back. Haha, here you are. And she hands a large iron key. There's stairs in the back of the bakery. It's at the top floor. There's a loft up there, and well, it's been empty for some time. We've sort of been keeping it just in case we have some important people that we want to keep safe. And since you kept Leo safe, I feel as if it should go to you, at least for as long as you're in the city.
Thank you. I don't know how important we are, but the people I'm with are very important, and so it's good that we keep them there. Is there anything up there that we should know about, or just...
The beds are there. It's very spacious, and if you see one or two little stains, little red stains, just ignore them. If they truly bother you, we can have someone go up there and prestidigitate them away. Uh, but other than that, it's quite cozy. We got many windows. It allows some sort of movement. Very airy, and yeah.
If the blood is still red, that means that someone was killed up there recently, though. Should I be worried about that?
No, not at all, dear.
Okay. I just figured I'd ask because that's a little unsanitary.
Yes, we managed to clean up the majority, but if you see one or two spots, just point them out and we'll get them taken care of.
Doesn't bother me. Okay, thank you. And I'll go off to go check out our new digs.
All right. We're going to cut to Marcus real quick. So you are in a room, yes?
Yep.
Okay. As you pull out your contract, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, God. I need so much more wisdom. In life and out of life. That's a 10.
Okay. You feel a chill run down your spine. It's just a piece of rolled up parchment. There's even a small black ribbon sort of tied around it to keep it closed. But something about this makes you fearful. That being said, I'm not going to take away your agency. Just know that as this scene happens, you've got that uneasy weight on your heart. You open the scroll and go ahead and give me an intelligence check. I'll say I'm basically going to give you like bardic inspiration given your past history with contracts. So go ahead and add like a d6 to your roll.
Okay. So, just to understand, this is just pure intelligence, me, or do I do a skill like religion or something like that?
Actually, go ahead and make me a religion check.
Okay, we'll do that. Very good. So let's see here. That's gonna be 20, 20, 26.
You said that's not very good?
No, I said that's very good. That's very
Oh.
good. Yeah, 26.
I was like, what does it look like when you do good?
It's
Oh,
amazing.
40.
I don't know. It's a casual 40. You know
Yeah.
how fighters are.
Pathfinder. Um, you read through this contract, and it states, obviously, there's a lot of delicious legal jargon that I definitely can recite right now for you. But I won't because I don't want to bore our players. But basically, it reads that after a period of 7 days, you have one in-game week. The undersigned will become the champion of Asmodeus. As such, you are expected to carry out any assignments that Asmodeus should offer you. Any. The main focus of these assignments that are then listed involve hunting down those on the material plane that Asmodeus wishes to be brought to hell for their actions. There's also a small little section where it says, at any time, the Lord Asmodeus may call upon Marcus Hellhammer to return to hell, to be at his side if the need arises. And as you're reading this, that chill runs down your spine again, and you realize that there's somebody in the room with you.
As that feeling overwashes me, that feeling that someone else in here with me, I put a little bit of a note on that must serve, must go to his side. If I recall correctly, the exchange of my servants to this man was supposed to be that me and mine don't go in hell. Never, none. Never. We'll talk about him later. I stop, put that pin there, because I'm sure I'll read on and get the answer to that question later, as contracts love to bury things down the road. I stop for a second, turn my head just a little bit as I grab my tea, sip it. You know, Frey, I heard knocking is the best way to get a man's attention. You're in a private room.
The chilling voice of your new benefactor sort of creeps out of the shadows of the corner. I should remember my manners next time.
I slowly move from the table. I stand up, turn around. Asmodeus, great to see you in my room. Me, listen, last I checked here, we got 10 days, 7 days left. I don't work for you yet, but I do love your company. Please have a seat on my bed. What do you need?
I'd prefer to stand for the moment. I merely just wanted to make a small social call. Just to get to know my new champion. And to clarify something. By agreeing to become my champion, there will be times where I will need to call upon your services down below, but I would like to make myself clear. I will not keep you there. Your time and your path is your own. But there will be moments when the champion of the Lord of Hell would be needed. I understand it's difficult to understand what it is I'm about to say given the circumstances, but I need you to trust me. He waves, and there's a little bit of shadow that manifests into a goblet in his hand, and he just takes a drink of some dark liquid that has filled the cup.
Marcus is pacing back and forth. Asmodeus, I know you know me. I know you know my past. I know you know the other lords of hell and what they do. And because of that, I know you know that trust is not something that come easy, me. You gotta earn that. Now look at this paperwork
Absolutely.
here. And we're starting that. We're working that out. We're figuring out this whole relationship, you and me. I get that. I have to trust you if I'm gonna work for you, but I cannot promise that I will trust you right away.
No, of course not. That would be folly.
And you protect me and mine. Any I say is me and mine. You protect him? You do that?
I will offer what protection I can, but you should know something. She is not happy.
Oh.
And while I have assured that those under me, Raphael specifically, will remain out of sight and out of mind, she has been making it difficult. So, I will offer protection. I will offer boons and blessings. But just know that if she decides to send her agents after you, you should be prepared.
Asmodeus, you are very lucky, devil, you. Because you got one of the best weapons she ever made. So if she sent hellhounds after me, I'm gonna put them down now. I ain't gonna run no more. And I thank you for that. I do, me. So thank you.
Don't thank me yet, Marcus. The work hasn't even begun yet. But I merely wanted to clarify the passage that you have been reading and assure you of something. I am the Lord of Hell. All of the 9 is mine. So, let me clarify. If I call you below, it is not to protect me. It's to send a message to those below. And then once that message is delivered, you are free to go about your business as you see fit.
Okay. Errant boy, messenger, weapon. Shit, Asmodeus, if you want me to be a soldier, I'm all ready for that. Kind of jokingly, I do a salute and going, Marcus Hellhammer, Sergeant Marcus Hellhammer reporting for duty. When the contract is done, of course.
Of course.
Listen, Asmodeus, I take no great pride in this. I might. And I know these words don't mean nothing. They don't have to, but they should be said. They should be said of me while I still got breath to do them. I ain't happy with this. But fear, power, love, they make you do some dumb things. And I want you to know that I'm okay with that. Been dumb my whole life. Ain't seen wisdom growing anytime soon. You respect me, I respect you. You fight for me, I fight for you. You love me, I love you. I love you, Asmodeus. Do you love me? We can make this work. And I will be the best damn champion you ever had. But we just gotta do time, I guess. And we gotta own up to our promises if I can trust you at all.
There are few in existence that I would allow to be so cavalier. But you entertain me. And that deserves a gift. And you feel him reach out and clutch around your neck. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, thank God as a fighter I'm doing good at this. Okay. Okay. Now, I can take the 17 in good faith or use one of my super sexy fighter abilities and just be indomitable and re-roll it with my level bonus. Is the 17 good enough? I mean, because if not, how indomitable that.
You do you.
You know what? Let's flex some of these 5.5 shenanigans. So, as he clutches him in my throat, I'm going to roll with inevitable. Where is that action? I think I have it at level 9. Am I a liar? Am I lying? I'm starting to get worried. There it is. Found it. Thank Christ. If you fail a saving throw, I can re-roll it, the entire thing, with a bonus 9. And I have to use the new roll. So, if it's just in case a 17 isn't a failure, how about a 26 for your trouble?
Okay. Hold, please. Also, in case you can hear him, Teddy, my dog, says hello.
Hello, Teddy. Gigi's in the other room being a good girl with big ears, so...
You're going to take 16 points of necrotic damage as you feel this incredibly painful, sapping energy seep into your throat. And it lasts for several seconds before you can hear almost the sound of your skin burning before he lets go. And you now have a glyph affixed to your neck. I would like you to mark somewhere on your sheet that once per day you can cast tongues.
Okay.
That cavalier attitude. I'm sure it will cause problems. But that's the fun, isn't it? Now you can bring it to whomever you like. I should return to my realm, but know that if you but reach out with your mind, we can speak anytime.
I'll make sure to give you a call if you get lonely. But I'll also make sure to reach out if need be. Thank you. And I kind of like rub the irritated skin where the new rune is to say, thank you for your time and blessings. Really appreciate that.
Sleep well, And he steps into the shadow of the corner until you just see those burning ember eyes slowly close, and he disappears from the room.
So as I'm looking at that, as Asmodeus makes his grand exit, I take a look back at the contract, me. I look at it, take one more sip of my tea and slam it down. I just say, well, shit, now I gotta tell everybody about this, don't I? Damn it. As I wrap up the scroll and I head out the room to find everybody because there's an update everyone needs to have.
Reddit stories update. We are going to return back to Winifred and Shale. You are both on the roof. Shale's standing next to you and holding your hand. You all right?
I don't think I've been all right for a long time, Shale.
What do you need?
I need to think. I need to figure out how to make sure that we don't lose our fucking fighter. I need to make sure that Utazat isn't going to shoot the next person we meet in the throat.
The problem with traveling in a group is that decisions are made. We don't always like them or approve, but they are made regardless. But I understand. You don't have to shoulder this alone. We miss him. I think, especially this last day, we miss Gideon. He was always level-headed enough to make sure we were on the right track. But we have to find a way to move forward. Even with all of our faults and our tendencies. Plus, I think I heard of a nobleman who once was able to weasel himself out of a deal with a fiend not, a year ago? So maybe it could happen again?
Perhaps.
She reaches up and wipes one of your tears with her thumb. And she just puts an arm around you. It's gonna be all right. I know that that's the worst. Pardon the dog. I know that that's one of the most annoying things to hear when things are heavy. But we can navigate through this. After making sure Marcus knows what an idiot he is for quite a while, but
he made his choice. It's what he wanted.
It's true. Where do you find peace?
There's a temple to the Raven Queen outside of the city. I'll be there for the night, but I'll come back to the bakery in the morning.
Okay. All right. Well, would you like me to walk you there? Or do you need the time?
I could make it.
Okay. Just so you know, don't think of closing off for too long. Because I will pry you out of that safe space, those high walls.
I'm sure you'll certainly try. And when he hops on the broom and flies off.
She takes a moment and kind of glances at the glasses that have been left on the edge of the balcony. Just kind of cocks her head. Shakes her head and turns to leave, as I'm sure Marcus is now making his way up.
Marcus comes entering up to the top with the contract kind of like sheepishly by his side. Might if he does catch a second that Shell's looking at those drinks, I say, "Oh no, Shell, don't do that. You don't want none of that. Trust me."
Thank you. I assumed they were to honor somebody.
Yeah, about 5 of them actually. Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Well, it's a wonderful gesture.
You don't got none. You do what you can, what you got. So that's a lot for me. But anyway, I'll save you the long and boring diatribe, me. So then, I just want to come forward and let you know exactly what I got in this here contract and how it's going to affect me and what I'm going to do about it to keep everyone safe as best I can. Even if that means keeping them safe for me, which I don't believe should be a problem. But I also feel that IOU and whatever she went, she was here, right? Did she leave?
She did.
Okay. Udazash said I should explain everything, and I will do it at me. But first things first, the contract, and from there, whatever you need to say or do, old Marcus will keep himself open to it. Long story short, in about 7 more days, when this tenure is over, I'm going to sign the paper. I'm going to get blessings, boons, and power. And in return, I'm going to be Asmodeus, his champion. Take people to hell who he wants to go to hell. Beat up people in hell he wants people to be beat up. Very simple stuff. He promises that you will all never see hell. Even if Tiamat and Zariel do their bullshit, you'll never see hell, you.
He promises.
He promises. Now, hell may come to you, but you ain't going to hell unless you want to. Let me tell you, haven't been there. Bad, don't.
Oh,
I've nothing to do there.
I've read the stories. So just so we're on the same page, the Lord of Hell promised that we don't have to go into hell.
In contract paper. Yeah, I got it on. So like if he says, you're like, oh, I'm a double trader. Like, I know I got it on writing, and then we can go someplace else. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than like capriciousness. That's what I'll say. Anyways, yeah, you get out of hell, I get out of hell. I just gotta like commute there for work, me.
Marcus, okay, I'm going to speak as calmly as I can. I'm going to put the cold-hearted, pun intendedness aside. I am going to assume that you made this decision for a non-rash decision. At least I will hope that you made this decision not rashly. Can you tell me if I am warm or cold?
This decision was not rash, Shay. I promise you that.
So you made another deal with a devil, knowing what you've already been through,
Mhm.
and you went into it again, this time instead of with what was her name? It doesn't matter. Instead of with a lesser problem, you went for the whole cake.
Mm.
You went with the person who runs the company, as it were.
Well, yeah, when you have a problem with middle management, why don't you go complain to the CEO about it? Look, jokes aside, Shay, I understand that this feels bad. And I know it sounds stupid. Let me ask you this. What do you need to feel that this is going to be okay for you? That this going to make sense for you? What do you need, and how can I illustrate that, help that, provide that for you? Me.
Okay. Let me answer your question with a question. At what point are you going to maybe think that the frustration and worry are not for my own safety?
Mhm.
It is for your livelihood.
Mm.
Because despite my tendency to be standoffish,
Yeah.
I suck at these things. I care about you. And Winnie cares about you. Udazash obviously cares about you. Leo, we've known him for an afternoon, but he seems to take a liking to you. Gideon likes you, Illithor likes you. I'm sure there are many people in Baldur's Gate who like you. So when you say you're doing this because you have a complaint with middle management, you're signing your soul away to the Lord of Hell, and it upsets us
Yeah.
because we care about you.
That's fair.
So I need you to just remember that. And if I overhear another question of whether or not you have a soul, I'm going to punch you.
Okay. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit with that for a bit. I'm gonna be uncomfortable. I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna go drink. I'm gonna do my thing. Before I go do that, me, I want to tell you something. Not at all aimed against you. I just want to give you some notes about me. I wasn't born. I was made in a factory in hell. I am Leo Von Diablo. I am the child of the devil. I don't have a soul. I was built to be part of a contract for two people who wanted a little kid. And at 6 years old, I was taken from them to get ready for the blood wars, me. I have seen time and time again that the weapons made by this person, this Zarael, they ain't got no soul. And if they do, they don't work the way souls normally do. There's so much that I have to carry forward with me every day, knowing that I gotta be just funny enough, that I gotta be just kind enough, that I have to be just right enough, because if I fuck up for just 1 second, everyone will leave me, because they have before. And Shale, I love your refreshing, cool nature, but sometimes that is the first to leave, and that is not on you. You're protecting yourself. Hellhounds don't get tired. They will chase you down every crossroad. And the decision I made at that point in time to reach out to Asmodeus was because I had undeniable proof that the only way I could be safe from Zarael, from Raphael, and from Tiamat was with one person. And at least now I have the agency to fight back against these people, because you know the truth is, while I have you in my life, there ain't no champion of the Raven Queen coming for me. There ain't no Fey Queen coming to save me. There ain't no other champion. There ain't no other power. There ain't no other person. I was in a cell as a thing for 16 years. Me, I only broke out of that because of the other plan I made, the other devil I laid in bed with. And comparing 8 to 9 and saying one's worse than the other, who's stronger than Bahamut? Is someone better than Torm? Who's worse than Salune? But they'll come for you. They'll find you. They'll uplift you. Ain't no one coming for me but me. And I knew that. And I know you care about me, Shale. That's why I had to do this. Because they will always come for me. And not to save me. This is me saving myself. And I know it's dumb. I never got a chance. I never got a good start me. And this is how I do that. Is it stupid? Of course it is. But it works. I want to do something that works. I want to do my art. I want to read books now that I can finally read. I want to do these things. This is how I do that. And I hate that, but that's what I got.
She takes a second. You seem so sure that the moment you reveal who you actually are, that everybody leaves. Believe me, I understand that feeling. But what if you're wrong?
She had been wrong before me. I've been right before me. All I can do is move on when it's over. And that's not saying I'm running away. Hey, Shell, look at me. I'm not running away. I'm doing what I can to stay here. And I know that's not the wisest series of choices, but you know, we work what we got. So I'm gonna do what I can. In the meantime, if you want to set me up with one of your divine friends, I'd be more than happy to talk to. You know, I know the lore, but I can't remember a single damn one of those nerds. In the Elysium, I don't. Who'd you recommend I talk to?
You want to know who I recommend you talk to?
Winnie.
Exactly. But not tonight.
No, she needs her space, her. Shale, thank you for giving me my space. And your space. Appreciate that.
Just maybe before the next big decision comes and you then have to sign away another piece of you that we care about, maybe check in with us.
You know, that's totally fair. I point to the 5 glasses. back in the day, you should check in with them when they were still alive. So I think it's only fair at least try not to make another rash decision and leave you out in the cold and make sure you don't end up as just 5 shot glasses on a windowsill or a roof.
We'll say at this point, Utazash, you said that you were going to go and find everybody. Let them know of the accommodations. I'll say at this point, if you would like, you can enter the scene.
I can only stand in this attic for so long and be bored. It's boring up here. It's boring. I'm so bored. Everybody is like anxious and antsy, and now I am anxious and antsy because it's boring. Yeah, I'm gonna go find people. I go downstairs. Is there any of the baked goods anywhere?
Yeah, there's still some like out.
Okay. I want to buy a giant thing of baked goods. Like more than I really should for the couple friends I have.
All right, go ahead and mark off 2 gold.
Awesome.
These
Udazash.
are good pastries, chat.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, listen. Also, Udazash doesn't care about the gold. She also doesn't really care about what the pastries are. It's more she sees that everybody loves the pastries. So yeah, like giant box. You know when you go to like a really good bakery and you get like the big box, and it's really awkward to carry. So she comes walking back in to the bar, and like stands there for a moment, and then is going to use all of her skills as a ranger to figure out, okay, I'm going to find them. I'm going to figure out where they are. Okay, the whiskey is this way. And she's going to then go up. And so at this point, head pops up. Oh, you're still here?
Oh, God.
Still here? Do you know how long I've been waiting in the attic? Fine. And then comes up and says, I have pastries. Look. I think that is, she said, donuts. 3 different kinds of donuts. That is like a crawler or a croissant. I'm not sure which. Actually, there might be both. I wanted to try both of them. That one I already ate. Sorry. Yeah, so here. And then she just kind of unceremoniously puts it on the ground and says, I brought more snacks because I figured I needed to bring something because you were all taking too long. What is going on?
Nothing. Just having a moment. That's all. Right, Marcus?
Yeah, just a little moment with us. But I'd love to have a moment with that donut. Could I please?
The thing.
Yeah, you know, I didn't give her the full notes, the short notes about the I wasn't left on Diablo. I was made, not born, like that whole. I'm sorry. So yeah, I told Uri about my past a little bit more than what I told you because I made sense at the time.
I was giving you the cold shoulder. It's fine.
No, it's okay. Girl, your best shoulder is cold. What are you talking about? Is that cream filling?
I think so.
You know.
I mean, you won't know until you bite into it, right?
Yeah, Marcus merely goes, if I keep talking, I'm going to keep digging. So I'm going to shove my face with as many dollars as I can. Because emotions are hard and this is weird. So here we go.
Yeah, no, you won't know until you bite into it whether it's cream. Okay, good. All right, find out where's Winnie because he needs to do the same thing to Vinny.
Speaking of Winnie, we got over to Winifred. You feel the breeze rush past you as you are aboard the broom, heading towards the temple. What do you do?
I think first and foremost, instead of going straight to the temple, like she gets partway there, but then she starts going up and up and up and up as high as she can go without, suffocating. High enough to see all of El Terrell. Just spread out.
You can see that this city, from so high up, and knowing its history, it's still kind of beautiful. There is this upper level, this large sort of strange formation in the earth that allows for this like upper city platform that sort of extends out, sort of meeting at a point about halfway or like in the center of the city. You see all the glittering torchlight and the lights of the city. You see the surrounding area. And it's quiet. Other than the breeze and the wind brushing against your skin and tussling your hair, it's quiet.
Winnie doesn't get a lot of quiet. There's the party and the spirits. It's been happening long enough that she can sort of ignore it, but it's like when someone has the TV on in another room and it's just loud enough that you can catch the mumbling of voices. It's just the constant background track in her head. There's nothing up here. And I think she looks out past El Terrell to the woods where they came. And she starts to drift in that direction. But then she wheels back for the temple.
Okay. You say that you catch a glimpse of the once shadow-cursed lands. And you see the last light in, just sort of tucked away in the corner. You can see the structures that belonged to Ketheric Thorm, a place where once an army had been raised that now lie almost eerily quiet in the darkness. You fly down to the temple, and you can see there's a couple having sort of just stepped out. You know, the one figure has their arm around the shoulders of the other. It's clear that they are grieving, but they slowly step out of the doors and sort of move past you as the door sort of stands open. You're muted.
It's still not high summer, but it's shortly thereafter, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's warm enough. When he's going to go around to the back of the temple, to where the gravestones are laid out.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to find a spot, one of those like commemorative benches. She's going to clear the leaves and the debris and the detritus of the outdoors. And that is where she's going to rest her head.
Okay. As you do so, you can hear the slight creaking of a door, and you hear just sort of the Foley sounds of the temple keep stepping out with what looks like a broom. He turns and closes the door with a small. As he turns and kind of starts sweeping just some of the dust and whatnot from the walkway that sort of winds through the graveyard. His eyes fall upon you. Oh, you were here earlier. Is everything all right?
It might be. It's too early to tell.
Mm. We do have beds inside if you'd like.
Oh, I know. I am. It's been a while since I've been out under the stars.
All right. Well, should you need anything, I'll be just inside. My sleep doesn't come easily. I'll probably have some tea. And he just gives you your distance, continues sweeping, and a couple minutes go by, and just as you're like, just about to go to sleep, you hear that creaking of the door again, and you feel a very sort of thin blanket gently laid upon you. He, whether your eyes are open or not, he just stands there for a moment, and you hear sort of under his breath, please make sure she gets good rest. And he slowly shuffles back into the temple. You're going to cut back to Udazash, Marcus, and Shale. Shale says, I think let's go take a look at this attic that you found, or that Granny gave you. Winnie needs the night, but she'll reconvene with us in the morning at the bakery.
Okay. I do not know if I can save too many of the pastries. I mean, Lazuli's going to want at least 3? I don't know. Lazuli, how many are you going to want?
You turn and ask that and look over your shoulder as Lazuli, the small little pixie, is like halfway through like a big chunk of a donut. I'm gonna say another like 2.
Okay. You know what? If we get through them all, I'll make sure that I buy some more in the morning so that way there's something for her when she gets there. So that's it. It's fine. It's fine. And I'll pack up whatever we've got.
Udi, I have a question. Hold on. Oh, that was very sugary. I have a question. Granny, did she make beignets, huh? Because if not, I got a good beignet recipe that's gonna be so good. I would love to have one.
I don't know. I kind of said 1 of everything or 2 of everything that you have more than 1 of. And then I took a big box. So you're going to have to ask her, but she had a lot of things.
We're gonna make some beignets. You ain't had one till you had beignet. I'm gonna tell you that, me. Oh, they are so good, child.
I don't even know what a beignet is,
So
but I'm
good,
going to
fresh,
be
so
so
good.
yay about these bens.
Oh, I'll allow it. Okay, let's go.
You
I'll grab what's left and lead them on over to Granny's place.
all right. You guys return. You find the accommodations are good. It really is, an open loft space that has a couple of beds, and that's kind of it. But, it's a fixer-upper. You can get some decent armoires and whatnot, kind of dress the place up a little bit. And it might be more than just an empty room, but it's something.
I stayed out in the field in nothing, so anywhere that has a bed is, that's already an upgrade, so I don't really care.
All right. Does anybody wish to do anything before we pass the night?
I have, because I feel like while this is going to affect Marcus, with the energy and conversations that have been amazing in today's episode, I feel like this may also be good to have in front of the group. So I know like a week in Baldur's Gate's about 10 days time, but the sooner I scribe off on this contract, probably the better-ish. So I was going to sign this, but I feel like this is something that should be done as the group, considering the conversations we've been having. That's where I'm at. Do you all want to have that moment together, or would you trust me to do that off camera or as a scene or whatever?
I think you should definitely wait until you have a chance to talk to Winifred. Yeah.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
I think that's
I mean,
a good
maybe you're
thing.
enjoying being muted. Listen, whether
Laura's like, why do I keep finding the stupid boys? Why?
whether Winifred or Laura thinks it's a good idea, I think at least Udazash and Lauren thinks that Marcus should talk to Winifred first.
Okay.
I think definitely Udazash is going to, if you are like picking up a pen, is going to be like, you just need to talk to Winifred first. No, you need to give her the whole like story that you gave to Shale, that you like, and then you make these decisions. Like, you tell everybody what's going on.
Okay. No, you make a good point. I'll go. I will go do that. When I find Winnie, I'll have a whole talk with her. I won't stop talking till the talk is done and then some. And then I'll do this. I think she deserves that. And honestly, I think that deserved. Yeah.
If I may, maybe also listen as well. Just
yeah.
Throwing that out there too.
And also, I just want to communicate with you. I heard everything you said, Shale, and I know that I have my own.
No,
but I need to do better. I need to sit back and think of y'all, even though I think I'm doing that. I'm not, clearly. So my apologies to you. Thank you for getting it through to my stubborn, stupid head. I really appreciate that.
Yes, well, you're welcome.
Thank you. All right.
Think about it this way. You now have all these days to wait until she is ready to talk, ready to listen. I don't know how that works.
Well, I got 7 days, so we better figure that out real quick, because I love to give her all the space she need, but I ain't got that kind of time. So maybe a tomorrow over beignets and some back bacon and some. Ooh, have you ever had? You know what, Uri? Next time we go out camping, let me make you breakfast. I think you're gonna like it.
Okay. I mean, we're going to have to camp on the way back, and I don't know where we're going after this. We'll talk about it after we talk to Halsin.
Yeah, of course. Oh, it's right, the bear.
I mean, are we talking to him while he's a bear?
I'm not gonna make that choice for him. We have to talk to him regardless. So he come up as a bear, that's his choice.
I mean, I can talk to him when he's a bear, but then it's gonna kind of be just the two of us talking. I mean, I could kind of translate for us, but it seems rather rude to the rest of you.
I may also be able to talk to him as a bear.
Yeah, is this new? Did you get bored when you were looking over your?
Oh yeah, this. In the interest of transparency, my potential new employer made an early boon call.
I think I'm learning something here.
I'm not going to call them boon calls again because that feels like a booty call. I don't like that, man.
No, no. Wait.
I think I'm learning something here, and I think that it's the phrase, "In the interest of transparency, I just need to prepare."
I think I'm starting to understand why people need time before they talk to people, because it is really hard sometimes to understand what you all are saying, because you all talk in very weird metaphors and similes. What?
Asmodeus came to me as I was working on the contract. We had a small conversation. I didn't sign nothing, and he put his hands upon me and gave me the ability to speak tongues about once a day, so I can talk to anybody. Me.
See, first off, why didn't you just say that? That makes way more sense than the first one, because the first thing that you said, I did not understand at all. The second thing, ow? Are you okay?
Not that I can't shrug off none, but you know me, I'm a poet. I'm a wordsmith. Me, I like to I like to spin a yarn.
Just the
I
look.
used to be a gladiator. I'm all about the hype, baby. I am the hype. Let's go.
The look from Laura, I just wanted to let her know that 100% Shale is like, Like the temperature in the room like cools just a little bit as some of her like frost tendencies start to activate a little.
Feeling that, I looked at Uda's Ashma. Uda, you got one more of those donuts? I think I'm doing that talking thing again. I need not to be doing that, mate.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Do we
Everything's fine.
do we need to just constantly have donuts at your side? I can make sure that that happens, especially if they are grandmother's donuts. They are very good.
I have a weakness for the pastries, but unfortunately, no. I think I gotta be. I gotta be eating better than just nothing but donuts every time I say something stupid.
But we should get some sleep so that we can talk to a bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a phrase that has been said.
I mean, it is very accurate. I speak accurate things. We are probably going to talk to a bear.
So, you all find your rest. Go ahead and mark off a long rest for everybody. The longest day that has ever existed is now come to an end.
Mm-hmm.
In the night, no, I'm just kidding.
I do make sure I get up. I mean, Udazesh tends to get up at sunrise, kind of no matter what. It's not that she's an early riser. It's not that she's a morning person. It's just that's who she is.
That's fair.
And so she'll make sure that she's downstairs at an early enough spot that she replaces enough of the pastries so that there are fresh ones, so that when Winifred comes by, there are fresh ones and not the leftovers from last night.
Okay.
And yes, if you would look at chat, please.
Yeah, but doot. Yep, 100% on the same page.
Because I have no, I'm not subtle at all.
No, you're good. That's fine. Open communication is good communication. So as you all start to wake up, we are going to go ahead and take our 10-minute break. So for everybody in chat, thank you so much for sticking around. You are loved. You're appreciated. Give us about 10 minutes. Go take your bio breaks, get a snack, take your medicine if you haven't. Stretch your neck tonight. Do them neck stretches, even if it sounds like popcorn like mine does, because wrestling is awesome. But we will see you all in about 10 minutes. Be nice to each other. Bye. What? God damn it, Lauren.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. God, all my players roast me whenever I stream. Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to tonight's episode. So, the night has passed. For those who are staying in the loft above the bakery, you can hear the sounds of activity. Down below, you hear lots of excited conversation, as it seems the bakery is quite popular in this part of the city. And it's almost like clockwork that as you sort of glance down, you see not only Granny, but everybody who is passed by when you had the initial conversations with her are all behind the counter working with everybody to make sure they get what they need. Granny is actually in the back just making more stuff. And everybody is mild-mannered, respectful. Even some of the people who come through and you can instantly know oh, this guy's seen some shit. He is very I would like one croissant, please. And thank you. Very well-mannered. But it's like clockwork. It's like going into a busy Starbucks in the morning during that breakfast rush where everybody's in there. Like clockwork. Everybody is getting stuff packaged and served to everybody. Winnie, where do we find you?
Winnie likely wakes up with the sun because she is in fact outdoors.
True.
I think she sits up and stretches and just sort of looks around and listen, she's a tiny little death witch. She finds the graveyard very peaceful and very calming. So I think she gets up and sort of walks around and sweeps away some leaves from a couple of places. If there's a grave that looks like it's been neglected, she pulls out the weeds and pulls off like the dead vines and whatever and kind of putters a little bit. She's absolutely dragging her heels.
This just came to my mind. I actually kind of like, and feel free to let me know if this is something you're not into, whatever. I like the idea that one of the things that you enjoy about staying in a graveyard is that the spirits that have been laid to rest, that have found peace, grant you small glimpses of like the happiest part of their lives through dreams. So like it's always like a little bolstering a little bit. Again, that's entirely up to you on you want that to be a thing.
My heart. My heart.
Or they're just hanging out and they're like, oh, she's sleeping on a bench. Entirely up to you.
Yeah.
I was just
like
whatever.
I figure it's either like, yeah, like maybe they do recognize what she does and how she helps them, so that they'll offer, because that kind of work is hard. Being a death doula is hard. It's pouring a lot of yourself out in order to comfort people in their last moments. So it's maybe, they refill when they can. Or it's the fact that it's a graveyard and they were all actually at peace, so they're actually fucking quiet.
They're like, don't pick that memory. That one's loud. She's trying to sleep. But yeah, you clean off some of the gravestones, and you see one that looks a little bit more disheveled, and you realize that this gravestone has been messed with. Specifically this one. You see that it belongs to an individual who is called Madwin. And there are clear, sort of scrapes in the stone from some sort of sharp implement. You can see some of the script on the gravestone has been damaged, and it doesn't take much to realize that somebody is making it a point to harm this gravestone. But you notice something. Despite the disheveled nature of this gravestone, there is one clear crystal rose that is at the base of this headstone. And unlike the headstone itself, this does not have any signs of it being disheveled or moved or harmed or anything. It is sitting perfectly, like in the ground where the bloom sort of rises up, and it has this little kind of cool glow to it.
Are we talking like arcane glow, or is it just like a little?
It's glowing with a little bit of arcane energy.
Okay. When he's gonna find the keeper.
Okay. You see him inside. It's the morning. The bags under his eyes are a little heavier, and he's making coffee. Oh, good morning. Did you sleep well?
Yes. Thank you, grandfather, for allowing me respite. There's a headstone that looks like it's been vandalized.
Oh, damn blades again. Was it the Madwin one?
Yes.
Every time I think I put up enough wards, they make their way through and keep doing it harm. Some old grudge they have for the dead, it seems.
Have they just that stone in particular?
Yes, I don't know why, but the ember blades are specifically targeting that one. I remember, at least in their early days, they would come inside and be threatening and sort of prevent me from coming to its defense. Eventually, the Bright Shield Order sort of stepped in and prevented them from threatening me directly, but it seems they still have their ways. And you see he's grabbing his holy symbol, and he's like putting it around his neck, almost like he's like this is clockwork for him.
And the rose that's sat there.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? There was one who left that for the dead. She wanted her privacy. I didn't want to encroach, but when she left, that had remained, and I've witnessed many an ember blade who managed to find their way back there, unable to remove it from the ground. It's quite a feat. It's quite beautiful. I respected it and have not asked any questions about it.
That's good. At least they should have something in remembrance, even if their headstone can't be left in peace.
Yes. It's quite cold to the touch. It's almost like ice. I did notice that. But that was just upon first inspection. I didn't want to do anything else. Just wanted to make sure it was kept safe.
Of course. Thank you again.
Of course. This temple is always open to you and yours.
Thank you, Grandfather. I'll be on my way.
Yes. Well, be safe.
Storyteller, as Winnie walks out, is there a raven nearby?
High or low?
Hi.
There is. It just sort of pecks at the stone that it's sitting on.
Bird twitch, bird twitch, bird twitch. Winnie's gonna dig into her like the pouch that she keeps on her hip. Hold out a little bit of dried fruit.
You see that the raven like hop like a little bit closer and just like very gently reaches out and takes a little bit of the dried fruit, eats it.
Do you want to come with me today?
They take a moment before they hop up onto your shoulder.
And Winnie will hop on the broom and head out.
Okay. You arrive at the bakery. Udazesh and Marcus, what are you two doing?
I would have gone downstairs to go procure fresh baked goods, and also, if possible, amongst all the hustle and bustle that's going on, she would have tried to stay downstairs, kind of up against a wall in a corner, not really hiding, but like kind of just doing that, don't mind me, I'm going to stay out of the way, both to take in the crowd and all of these people and kind of gauge a lot of this group. And then also she's just keeping an eye out for Winifred and Gable, because both of them are supposed to be coming on by.
Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Sure. That would be a natural 20 for 26.
For those who are just joining us, if this is your first time watching Crit Hit Chronicles, one fun little quirk is that every critical success or failure on this show gets marked into the chronicle itself. So I'm going to grab a pen and gonna do the thing. Well, not the red one. I don't want the red one. We're not writing in red tonight. Okay. Let's see.
Marcus said that these beignets were almost magical, and I think he's right.
It's a feel for the bakery's customers. So, you notice a theme amongst everybody. And that is that everybody who steps foot into the bakery, in their own way, looks a little rough and tumble. You can clearly spot warriors who, before they step in, like take their large battle axe off of their back, set it against the door. They step in, wipe their feet on the mat, and then they get in line. Like, it's almost like a light switch flip. Outside on the streets, it is, it's life, it's chaos. There's people conversing, yelling, fighting, arguing, blah, 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 blah. But the moment they step in here, there's this unspoken understanding that when you are in this bakery, you leave all of that at the door. But you can see several, I'll say several. You see like one or two also wearing a similar like cloak, like cape, that grayish blue that Gable was wearing. Couple of them step in, carrying on a small bit of small talk conversation amongst the other patrons and those behind the counter. You can see a couple of mages who look maybe not as unbalanced as Alabaster, but right around that same level, sort of conversing amongst themselves, conspiring about the latest arcane advancement that they've come across or what have you. But everybody is calm, collected, and polite until you see through the window outside, people immediately start like moving out of the way on the street. And you can hear somebody go, "Bright shield." And everybody sort of immediately straightens up, almost like any sign of that unhinged attitude from the mages, any like past bloodthirstiness, any whatever, like rough and tumble nature, like disappears from everybody's faces. And somebody closes the doors to the bakery as you see a small group of Bright Shield Order passing through the streets. Their armor is silver and beautifully crafted with hints of gold. Their armor is all uniform. They carry arms and armor. They move almost militaristically through the streets, and there's just this little bit of tension that sets in as you can kind of watch them walk past the bakery. They stop for a moment, look around, and then they turn and go down another street. And then you can hear okay, all clear. And then it's like, okay, everybody can relax. The doors are opened once again. The street returns to normal, and everything kind of finds its balance once again.
So I know there's shady stuff that a lot of these people are doing, but do I get the sense that that moment is more than just shady people, hush, there's the law enforcement, this is slightly shady people, hush, there's awful people that are going to come by that are looking for any excuse to stab me with swords?
With a natural 20, you definitely get the sense, and you've sort of picked up some understanding in the last day you've been here.
Yeah.
There are other groups in this city that kind of keep everything moving, right? There's Granny and her group. There are the Crescent Cloaks and Gable that you've mentioned, or that you've met. You've heard of some other mercenary bands, but one thing is constant, and that's any time that Bright Shield is uttered, somebody is unsettled by it. And with your natural 20, you can definitely gauge that, like, they put off this air of law enforcement, but everybody can see through that, and there's this very deep protective nature amongst each other. Even if these like other groups are fighting against each other, they all know, like, listen, I hate you, but fuck those guys. Like, we'll settle our beef at some way, shape, or form, but if they show up, we're on the same side, and fuck them. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, you definitely get that impression from the room.
Okay.
I will also give you that Winifred arrives on broom.
And as soon as I see her, I will disengage from the wall and stop being unintentionally hidden. And I already have like a variety pack of stuff.
Winnie touches down in front of the bakery, and she gives her little raven buddy another piece of fruit, and dismisses him as he sees fit.
You see that they
Mostly,
fly like across the street, but they're still close by.
mostly because it's been a minute, and I was left a buddy by our dear friend Gideon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna summon Rasputin.
Fractal light sort of slowly comes into view as a construct of a cat with its tail sort of lazily flicking back and forth as Rasputin is laying across your shoulders.
Hello, darling.
Aww.
Give him a little scritchy as I walk into the bakery.
He like digs into it a little bit.
Do you think that Rasputin would want a bakery product of some sort?
I don't think he can eat.
Would it be rude to offer him or rude to not offer him? I don't know.
You know what? And Winifred's gonna reach in and like rip off a piece of croissant and just like questioning, like, eh?
So they... Rasputin's nose gets real close. And then, even in this fractal construct version, this cat goes.
I'm gonna call that a no.
Oh, it was worth a try. Okay.
All right.
Everybody else is upstairs. Come on. And I will lead you, if you will follow, on upstairs. It's his home. It's his place. Vinny's here.
Cheryl looks up from like she like repurposed a small table and like brought it to the window so she could like sit and read. And she just waves. Hello, darling.
Good morning.
Did you get good sleep?
Yes.
Good.
Have we seen? What's his bloody name?
Gable.
The cat, Gable. That one.
Not yet. And I'll put the baked goods down on something, not actually on the floor this time, but on like a repurposed something, maybe one of the beds nearby. And then I'll go over to the window that's facing the street and position myself there so that I can kind of keep an eye on the street below and say, then I see him, I'll go ahead and like wave him up or go down there. It's getting very busy in the bakery and the really nasty people keep going on by. So I don't want to be down there anymore. It gives me the bad feelings when everybody else feels bad.
Which really, you're gonna have to be more specific as far as the nasty people go. Zash.
Oh, that's true. The really heavily armored people, the bright shields, bright.
No.
Yeah, those people. Yeah. Everybody in the whole place all got real nasty all at the same time. And I'm not usually one of those people who can feel other people's feelings. But it was like impossible to not feel it, which is kind of cool, but also very bad. So I wanted to be up here.
Well, no, a lot of the times you'll find, especially on this plane, that law enforcement is really just sort of a title that they throw around. It don't mean much.
Well, and especially if you need that much heavy armor and that many weapons.
It's probably best that we avoid them while we're here.
Absolutely. So I thought it best to come with you and bring all the baked goods up here.
Fair enough.
And then, like, you'll watch as she'll just very intentionally look at Marcus and look at Winifred and look at Marcus and look at like, very,
About
very
subtle as a brick. Subtle as a brick.
Yeah, very, very much like as much as she can be, very, very hidden when she wants to be. In this case, she's just like,
Oh, right.
and then she'll look out the window, and then
She's just staring at Marcus. Just
yep,
Marcus,
and
like,
then
morning
the Winifred,
coffee, just
and
like-
then the window.
What? Oh, that thing. Yeah, that thing I was going to do. Okay. So hold on. The puppy dog is like being so goddamn stubborn trying to get outside.
You know what, Utazash? Why don't we go and take a look at? They are selling some paintings across the street. Why don't we go and take a look?
when he just glares at Shale.
Why are you interested in paintings? We have to stay in case Gable comes.
Right, but we're not going far. Just in case they need a moment to speak.
Oh, you want to leave so they can talk?
Unless that's not something we need to do.
We've got a job to do. I feel like we should probably wait for Gable.
That is fair. All right.
And Winnie is very intently not quite eating the croissant that she picked up, but she's got like she's doing that thing where you don't really eat the food, you just kind of pick it apart.
Mm-hmm. Oh, movie eating.
Movie eating. Yeah, you just kind of pick it apart.
Yep.
She's not looking at anybody because the word of the day is avoidance, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it doesn't help, but it feels like it does in the moment.
Listen, we compartmentalize, God damn it, we got shit to do today.
I hate to tell the both of you, but this is why you don't bring Utazash anywhere, because she's continuing to be like,
No, I personally love that. All I know is that this puppy that's behind me right now is literally running from one end of the house to the other to body slam the door to go outside. So
Oh my
either
God, dog.
she has to go potty that bad, or she is just losing her goddamn mind. I don't know what's going on.
Go let the dog out, Peach.
I'm gonna
Let the fucking dog out.
If you have to ask who let the dog out, it's me.
yeah, do it. Do it with the dog out. Mhm.
I just nope. We're not touching that with a 10-foot pole right now
Nope.
because we got shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
We got shit to do. Which is why Winnie, like the glare that she leveled at Shale, could strip paint.
Shale typically matches your energy. Like anytime you have a funny little spat or whatever, this is the one time that Shale is like, "Oh, it's over here. Oh, look at that. Hey."
I wonder if it's because the energy she's getting from Utazash is complete confusion. Because when she's like, "Let's go across the street and get some paintings," and so Utazash was like, "What are you talking about? Why would we do such a thing?" Like, I think she's just getting two completely different energies, and it just floors her.
Shale absolutely felt, you know, when you tell a joke to a room full of friends and nobody reacts, there's that heat that spreads through you, and you're like, oh God, ick.
I
It's
fucked
ick.
up.
She
God, I fucked up.
100% felt that, and she's like, oh,
She got the ick. Oh no.
she got the ick.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I fucked up.
Look, I've definitely been in that moment, and I have had to learn the hard way. Like sometimes you gotta swallow the shame and anxiety, and then just be like, "So, let's talk about something else."
Mhm.
Yeah, when you let that like just the joke was just a little too dark,
Mhm.
and your friends are like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Like, you knew this when you signed up to be a friend with me.
When you let just a little too much steam out of the pot, and they're like,
Yeah, buddy,
Yeah.
buddy,
And the mask slips just a little, and you're like, oh shit.
fuck. Yeah, just
We weren't,
nope.
we weren't being that real today. We weren't being that real today. Oh no.
Wait.
we're all friends of convenience. We're all friends of convenience.
Fuck. Yeah, no, just nope.
Eventually, in that.
Eventually.
Please, Gable, put us out of our misery. And by us, I
Utazash
mean Winnie.
continues-
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
Utazash
this close to just having that moment. Marcus is gonna like slowly reach a hand out to Winifred and be like literally putting his toe in the water of like, oh, we're gonna have this conversation, us? What we doing? Touch.
Is he like trying to touch her hand?
I think much like a painting, I don't know how to touch it. So I'm just like, the hand is just slowly moving into your bubble
Oh
trying
my
to
god.
find the right
You awkward
place.
bastard.
much like the fool who reaches through the bars at a zoo to feed a lion.
Just sit there, flat palms, flat palms, flat palms.
Shall we have to? Are we getting some of those?
There is. It's definitely awkward, and I think we all know why it's awkward. So yeah, he's just like trying to slowly reach over. He's like going to the hand, slowly going up to the shoulder, go to the face, immediately pulls back from the face, goes back to the hand, and just like
When he gets up and walks to the window.
and he's like, and as you do that, he's hovering. You're gone, and he kind of pats the table. He goes, "That makes sense, that." And so he gets up.
Nope, that tracks. That tracks.
I will say, after a few painful minutes of awkward silence.
Oh, do you really want the because oh no.
Oh no.
There's no awkward silence because eventually Udazash is just like, Marcus, are you going to talk to her or not? Are we not?
I mean, look.
If you don't want to do this now, it's fine. Vinny, do you want to talk to him now or are we waiting till later?
Udazash. We have a job to do. Let's focus on that, please.
Okay, well, we can do this later. That's fine. You want another donut?
Winnie's like very obviously like sort of chewing on the inside of her cheek to keep herself quiet. And please tell me Gable's here. Please tell me Gable's here.
After
Please, for the love of Christ.
after
She's sitting there like the flag of the Daytona 500, like, "Go karts, go!"
I could
sometimes
throw,
Udazash is the problem child with arrows, and sometimes Udazash is the problem child with words.
I could throw a dragon. I could throw a lich. I could
Literally
have
anything.
thrown at you. But this is it's magic. I love it. Eventually,
Jesus Christ.
Remember, chat. The real BBEG is interpersonal communication. Yeah, that's
the
what
real
needs to be done.
BBEG is the friendships we made along the way. So, after a moment, you guys can see a half elf with rust-colored hair that you have identified to be one of Gable's disguises, walking down the street towards the bakery.
Oh, look, he's here when he goes immediately down the stairs.
Shale goes, "Oh, thank the gods."
You are all ridiculous. All right, let's go find Halsin.
All right. You all step downstairs and see that same half elf stand just outside the doors. Wonderful to see you all again. I trust
Hello.
everybody got some good sleep.
Good morning.
I have 2 beignets and a crawler left. Do you have a preference?
I'll take a beignet. Thank you.
I just learned what they were thanks to Marcus.
Marcus, is this your make?
That's right. I like to do a little something different. Me, you get the normal rice, yeast, a little bit of eggs, and a lot of butter. But I like to add a little dash of vanilla and some orange zest to give it a little extra something. After that, everything speaks for itself. There.
Well, be a nice snack along the road. Come on. We're fine for now, but at some point, I'm gonna need you guys to maybe stick to the shadows just so we make sure that nobody's behind us. Okay?
All right.
You all start making your way through the city. Gable does eventually start eating, and if there's ever a tell that Gable has when he's wearing a face, it's that he still hasn't figured out how to eat normally while in that face. So you just watch as he's like, like this half elf is eating like a cat.
The
for a
cat
moment.
chomp.
The cat chomp.
Oh no.
And but after that first very awkward chomp, that swagger comes back. Not bad. I like the vanilla. It's a good touch. But you continue to head towards the northeast part of the city, and eventually, as you're traveling along a main road, Gable sort of deliberately slows down just a little bit. I love seeing Laura's notes pop up on my Discord notifications mid-session. It's so great.
If I don't take
Hey,
notes, I will not remember what the fuck
you're
happened.
good. You're good. You're good. Eventually, he kind of slows down and kind of like, instead of leading, he's more walking alongside you guys, and he says, "All right, remember earlier when I said we're going to have to stick to the shadows a little bit?
Mhm.
Yeah, that alleyway's coming up on our right. So, from this point on, stay close, stay quiet, try not to draw too much attention. Sound good, kids?
I can help the shadows stick to us.
If you have something that will help, absolutely."
Absolutely. And with that being my verbal component, I will cast Pass Without Trace.
Hey.
Right.
Because I'm assuming if we're all sticking close together, that will be easy. So for the next hour, everybody gets a plus 10 bonus to stealth checks.
Okay.
That's such a dumb spell. Like
it's a fantastic spell.
It's so good.
The
It's so good. And
the
cannot be
fuck?
tracked except by magical means.
Okay. With that being said, I would like everybody to make me a stealth check.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for Shale.
See, what I love about Pass Without Trace
Uh-huh.
is that I'm wearing a form of plate mail. I'm wearing half plate, so I have disadvantage on this. So regardless,
fuck.
I need that plus 10.
That's why That's why it was invented for people like you.
Oh, PJ.
You know the worst number you can get on a D20?
A 2, because there's ways to mitigate a 1.
I have a plus 10. It's still in that 1, depending on how the GM wants to rule that.
It's going in the Chronicle.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Look, like I say, I'm dummy tick, and the sound of my cheeks clapping get everyone's attention, y'all.
I
I
don't
ain't
know
sorry
what you
about
just
that,
said, but I'm here for it.
Oh, cool. You know when you go Cajun enough where you're inaudible, that's a good sign.
That's commitment.
That's commitment. Goddamn. Whew, about to make a name for myself.
Oh, God.
Somewhere Deadpool is like, "You're beautiful, but I don't understand a word you're saying."
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who's your accent coach? The Minions?
Oh my god.
Not only, let me just paint you a picture. Not only do I have disadvantage in stealth, my bonus is a 1.
Okay.
I never hide from my problems. I just make bad choices on how to handle them.
You'd never hide from your problems
What?
because you literally can't.
I can't. Again, my crimson red demon cheeks are devil thick. Yeah, devil thick.
Oh
You
my
know what?
God. Okay.
That's a new phrase. That's a phrase. That's a thing.
Devil.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's-
I'm just hyperfixating. This is funny for me.
Oh no. I think as the Pass Without Trace happens, Winnie is also actually going to cast Disguise Self using the Hex magic. The Elder Cross disappears. The purple skin turns to a shade of like medium brown. She just looks like a pretty young half elf with like dark braided hair, the pointed ears, and gold eyes.
Okay. All right. Well, what did everybody get?
31,
Okay.
which is actually kind of low because I didn't roll that well.
My God.
I am able to hear the clankety clank of my half plate so much that I'm going, you know what? I think it's best if we have a preparation us. So I start prepping the sigil of the pit fiend, the leader of the pit fiend on my hand, because I'm like, don't gotta get ready. Just
Fucked
get
up
ready, Marcus.
already.
Yeah.
All right. And
Dirty
Winnie.
20.
Dirty 20. Okay. And that's with a plus 10?
Yeah. I didn't
Okay.
roll great.
All right.
How did Gable do?
Let me see.
I was about to say, do Gable and I just kind of disappear and then look down at everybody else and go,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I was going to say, what little I've seen of Gable in another amazing actual play is that I feel like the answer to that would be, please. Like, you know what I mean? Like Barney
Darling.
Stinson, please.
can I propose something because I know Gable's a tabaxi?
Sure.
Okay, because Udazash also has a climb speed, and I know tabaxis have a climb speed. the two of us Spider-Man up the walls of this alley and disappear into the night or into the shadows. And then like clock each other. Like, oh, okay. And then look down at everybody else and like
Clang, 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 clang.
So,
although Winifred, I mean, Dirty 20, Winifred is actually probably pretty stealthy too.
here's the thing about Gable.
Uh-oh.
Tabaxis do have a climb speed. But as you start climbing, you can just hear under his breath, "Oh, I miss it so much." And he sticks to the shadows on the ground. And I'll give it to you, Udazash.
Hmm?
That catches your interest. Like,
Yeah,
I like the idea that
yeah.
you've seen other Tabaxi. You've
Yeah.
seen them climb. You've seen them do the thing. That's a little weird.
Is he that sounded sad when he said that?
Sad, but not like I'm gonna go into this big monologue sad. Just like,
Okay.
oh, damn it.
Okay.
But
Udazash will just file that away for later.
okay. But as you all kind of stick to the shadows in these side streets and make your way through, my beloved Marcus, you guys are approaching another main road, but you have to get through this like small, almost like courtyard clearing first, and you see that Gable like moves right up alongside a building to where it opens up into this small like courtyard-ish area and points to an alleyway that's across the way as like wordlessly signaling we need to go that way. And there are some crates, there's some it's clear you're passing by some sort of weapons merchant. So you're just seeing crates of like ammunition and swords and all these different things. And as you all start moving with a purpose, but trying to stick to the shadows, Marcus, my beloved Marcus, your half plate catches the corner of one of these crates, which, funnily enough, is filled with more plate mail. And it sounds like somebody taking a box full of pots and pans and just dropping it down a set of stairs. Just and
Is this your fool of a toque moment?
in that moment, like there are some others in this clearing that you guys were starting to maneuver past without them noticing. But at that, everybody stops and slowly turns to look. And you can see several individuals wearing a sort of hodgepodge of armor. Some are wearing dark leather with sort of a cloth sleeveless like jerkin with a hood over their head. One of them is wearing like black iron armor, like a one pauldron on the side with what looks to be a symbol sort of emblazoned on it. This thing has seen some shit. This is not a well-kept piece of armor, but it looks like a sword with a glowing blade. And this individual turns and looks right at you, Marcus. Can we help you? And you see this is an older human-ish. You see he's quite tall, and some of his skin is a little gray. And you think that there could be some possible Goliath in that family history somewhere. And his beard is nice, full, and unkept. and his eyes are glaring right at you.
Okay. So, layers. My immediate instinct is to pop that rune, Lazele Bon Roulé, and start swinging. But as that initial layer starts to kick off, the second layer goes. But maybe don't. The group is sneaking, and I'm pretty sure they want this to work well and not loud. So with that, the third layer comes on. Oh shit, now I have to do something smart, like lie or something. So Marcus just kind of pauses, looks at the guy, and he goes, yeah, sorry, this here the place I was told y'all could use one more pair of hands for, let's just say, an Ursign acquaintance that happens to be around here.
Make me a deception check with advantage.
Okay. Dice gods are starting to help me out here. Let's see, that is a deception. Okay. And yeah, that's going to be 14. Sadly, my charisma is only a 12.
Had us fooled.
Look, hey, role playing and role playing are two very different.
I get you. This guy steps in just another sort of step closer. He's about 10, 15 feet away from you.
Oh, right, yeah. For the bear attack happening throughout the city.
At the same time, everybody else, your stealth was high enough. I like the idea that you guys are like clinging to the shadows very close by and are like, what are you guys doing?
How many other people are in this courtyard?
Make me a perception check.
Sure. Well, that's my nat one for the day for an 11.
Christ.
Udazash has tampered down the instinct to giggle at Marcus dropping all the pots and pans, quote unquote, because despite the fact that it has ruined the stealth, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's real funny. So instead of really looking around, she's looking around, but she's also like clammed her muzzle down to be quiet. So.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
That's
Gonna
okay.
finish this note.
I'll get a nat 20 and a nat 1 in the Chronicle today. I'm good with that.
Yeah. As you stifle the laugh, and you still try to keep a lookout. There is a small, almost lizardy thing that immediately like flies up in your face and like kind of like assaults you just for a moment. This teeny little pseudo dragon that like sort of crawls and crawls. It doesn't do anything, but it just kind of gets in your face to distract you for a moment before it like flies off back towards where Marcus is.
Rude.
Udazesh just rolls her eyes like, ugh, another weird fae here in Elturel. Okay, sure.
Winnie, are you doing anything?
Possibly, if the DM will allow it. So prestidigitation.
Yeah.
You create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect such as a shower of sparks, puff of wind, faint musical notes, or an odd odor. Would faint musical notes, could that potentially be like, could we change that to something less musical?
Like?
I don't know, like the faint, like, of an oncoming bear. Like, it's just off in the distance somewhere.
Hold on, see if we can do this right. Hold on.
Okay, Chewbacca.
It makes
Kind of where my brain went to.
I mean, not bad though, not bad.
It's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
High or
Better than
low?
I can do for sure.
Could be better.
Hi.
Unfortunately,
Fuck.
I have to say no.
Damn it. Okay, fine.
The dice are not a fan.
Okay. That's what I don't. Oh, I should have taken minor illusion. Motherfuck.
I will say that the gentleman says,
Yeah, and who'd you get the job from again?
to Marcus.
Sorry, I was checking some notes and something, and I was like, "Oh, right, that's me." So I say, well, I don't want to give away my resources, me, but someone of the streets that would know these kind of things. He told me about this. Good way to make some money. Good way to stop people getting hurt.
You know, it's so weird because yesterday we heard somebody went into a tower and killed a mage. Now, the Stygian Pact, they're not the happiest, but we did get one thing, didn't we?
And you see a tiefling, sort of deep purple skin, red eyes, pink hair, and sort of ox horns sort of curled around her cheeks, sort of like stands with her hand on her hip like, yeah.
Yeah, they noticed someone with red skin wearing a stupid fucking hat go into that tower. Now, call me crazy, but did you find yourself near a tower yesterday? Because there are people who would love to speak with you.
I'm gonna do is start just doing a casual stretch, looking around to make sure. No, that's gonna be obvious. But I will stretch because I'm already committing this physical action. So I'm like, there's a lot of things you're doing wrong there. Number one, tiefling by skin color. Come on now, do better than that. Secondly, this is not a stupid hat. This is a really cool hat. And this is the first hat I ever bought. Only hat I'm ever gonna need. And thirdly, I mean, I'm here to help out. I'm one person. If there's your problem, you can just shoo me away.
Well,
You got that problem. You got that. You can do that.
that's true. I do have agency in this interaction. You know, I'm not just a stiff.
And with that, and he reaches for his belt and produces a small vial that has this sort of syrupy, not quite liquid, not quite solid liquid. And he uncorks it and drinks it. And when he does,
Oh, you see.
and you see his form just bulk just a little bit more, and his eyes now carry a tinge of red.
I do like bringing in some good contracts, and you're gonna fetch some nice money, so no offense, just business.
And he's going to draw his sword.
As he does that sigil I've been prepping, I'm gonna look around one last time. Just I'm looking around like, let the dog off the leash, okay? I gotta bark at the moon here. Like,
Okay.
Udizash has found Winifred and has pulled out her bow and is like,
I'm sitting here like, Mom, please, let me do the thing. The violence,
okay,
baby's one of violence.
You know what? No, fuck it. Winnie's gonna step out of the shadows and step in front of Marcus, and she's gonna drop the disguise self and pull the hood back and just look at this giant fucker straight in the eye. You wanna let us go? Now, and she goes from that sweet-faced half-elf to Winifred Hagborn.
Make me an intimidation check.
I'm actually pretty good at that. Except for when I throw the dice!
What did you learn?
Okay. That's a 19.
He falters.
Huh.
and you can hear, is that? I think it is. Oh.
You know what? That's fine. You can go on your way. But you should know, little one.
And he kind of like leans down and just keeps his eyes right on you.
There's someone out there who wants people like you. And if memory serves, the stories he tells sounds an awful lot like what you look like. Just be careful, little one.
Thanks for the advice, tall man.
It's all right. Back off, boys.
And his form still big, still like pulsing with whatever he drank. He takes a step back and he says,
It's all right. Them's spoken for. The hand will take care of them.
and they slowly move away from you. Gable sort of peeks his head out from the alleyway. He like got to the street that like the warehouse is like across the way, and he's like, all right, so if you see the, god damn it, came back and like peeks his head out of the alleyway like,
Usher, no, go before they fucking change their minds.
all right. You all make your way through the alley and see a large warehouse. This part of the city is a little quieter now that you've gotten to this point, and he's still like, keep your head down, move quickly, come on. And he leads you to the side of the building, and there are the large, thick planks of wood that make up the wall. But he moves his hand as he's moving along the side of the building with you guys following close behind. He's like, wait, here. And he feels one of these boards and pushes, and it opens a secret entrance into the warehouse. In. Who goes in first? Okay.
Me.
I need to know what your AC is.
It's an impressive 16, but I'm immune to critical hits.
Okay. As you all start making your way inside, Marcus, you step into the darkened interior of the warehouse just as you hear and a bear collides with you and pins you to the ground and just right in your face, just as you can hear Gable, wait, calm down, they're with me, calm down, god damn it. And he like lets you all inside, and he like steps around. Do you do anything as you're laying on the ground looking at this bear?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the bear, and I don't know if I want to pop my tongues just yet. That sounds terrible. But I'm definitely going to use my intimidation, as I've learned I have a really good intimidation. I should be using it. So I'm gonna look at the bear, and I'm just gonna like a little bit of anger takes over as I stare right in its eyes, making full steely eye contact and being, get down. I ain't got the time for you today, me. Get.
Okay, make me an intimidation check. Ooh, spicy, Marcus.
22.
Okay. He like slowly gets up and off of your form, and you just can feel that like the weight of the big black bear that was just on your chest like ease up, and it just sort of pads backwards and like plops down. Gable's like, all right, well then. Now that he's calm, this is Winifred, Utazash, Marcus, Shale. They are friends, allies. They mean to help with the heroing thing. And and as he's starting to speak, you watch this form, this large bear, shrink. But, like, not to like a normal humanoid size. Like, it shrinks down to still a mountain of an elf. With long brown hair, with braids that sort of go from the temples to the back. A very hearty, strong face and features. He wears a sort of beaten up brown and green vest made of various leathers and cloths. And he's got breeches and boots that look like they've seen better days. However, he is not as muscular as one might recognize him as now it seems life has seemed to have happened, as he's got a little bit of a belly and a little bit of a big beard. A big brown beard that is a little unkempt, and his eyes just look a little heavy as he looks to you all. My apologies. I suppose I need to curb my aggression, but I am the druid Halsin. How may I help you?
I mean, am I going first? Because I think I should go last, because the thing I need to do, I should probably do last. Because the thing I'm going to do is going to have to happen. So, hi. We already got introduced. We wanted to talk to you about a bunch of things. We came here because we are trying to hunt down cultists of Tiamat to stop them from taking over the world. And we thought you might know more about that. And then also, I have a message from Queen Titania to give to you, but that should happen last.
A message from the Queen of Summer. Something
Yes.
I've not received in quite a long time.
Oh, you know her.
We have met a handful of times. She is quite beautiful in the sunlight.
I mean, she's quite beautiful all the time, in any light.
That is true.
And for a moment, you catch a little bit of like a. Did he. Like, there's this little thought that passes through your minds, like, maybe?
Wouldn't surprise me
Yeah.
in the slightest. In the slightest. Not surprised.
Ah, it has been a long time since I have beheld her presence. Perhaps a visit will do me well once this is complete.
Well, I have good news on that front. I can help with that because she would like to see you, and thank you for helping stop the whole big brain thing and the shadow curse thing and the everything in between.
Felling the Absolute was no small deed, and while I am thankful for Queen Titania's gratitude, unfortunately I can't leave quite yet. There's something I must accomplish in this city first.
Is that why you are here as a bear mauling people?
Yes, it is a sort of strange method, I admit, but it is the only thing I could think to do. I don't do well in jungles of stone. But I believe that some of my order, my grove, went missing not too far back, and we managed to apprehend one of these cultists that you have spoken of. And we believe that they are here, in this city somewhere, and I mean to bring them back home to the Emerald Grove. And while I would love to be in Titania's presence once again, I at least mean to accomplish this before seeing her.
Well, we need to find the cultists of Tiamat and stop them from taking over everything. So maybe we can help each other, because I can't go anywhere without sending you to Titania, or else I would be in big trouble.
Well, I suppose consider us comrades then. My
Yay!
information and my knowledge are yours, and hopefully you'll also be able to shed some light. Word reached my ear that there's possibly a connection. Men wearing metal. Bright Shield, I believe they refer to themselves as. I believe I may have tracked one of these cultists to amongst their number, but I haven't been successful in drawing them out.
Do you happen to know where they've set up shop, Master Halsin?
By my knowledge, they are in the upper city. They have some sort of barracks there. Impregnable, even with a druid of my skill. Some sort of wards prevent me from stepping in under a wild shape. Any sort of magic seems to be rendered inert when you approach the walls of this conclave. Any attempt I have made to try and enter it has been met with violence and near death. I have only managed to survive this long through the intervention of this individual here. And he looks at Gable, and there's this hint of, like, I still don't get you. And Gable says, well, I'm nothing if I'm not resourceful. The Ember Blades haven't been using this warehouse for some time. I just figured it might do well as a sort of hideout, as you did whatever it is you meant to do.
You said that you're looking for members of your grove that were taken by the cult, right?
That is correct.
They didn't happen to be dragonborn or people with dragon blood like me.
We do have some in our number who do carry the dragon blood within. They are the ones who have gone missing, yes. You mentioned Tiamat. He's like just now catching up to a name you've said a couple times now.
Oh,
Yeah. Hmm.
Why invoke the name of the scaled tyrant?
well, we're fairly certain that this cult is collecting the souls of those with dragon blood, whether they be sorcerers or dragonborn, in order to bring her to this plane somehow. And Winifred will explain what happened at the High Harvest Tide Festival.
I'm gonna.
Go
Marcus is
ahead.
gonna add only just because I feel like I don't know. I think it's pertinent to make matters worse. She's got a ceasefire with Zariel. Zariel herself is also involved in some way with that.
Oh no. And you see his expression shifts. And when you've delivered this news, people react mainly because of the implications, the far-reaching implications of Zariel and Tiamat possibly teaming up, you know? And so they've got this very, I don't want to say over the top, but a very obvious sort of shock. His is, he's wrestling with something. And his mind is elsewhere for a moment. Oh no. Has anybody returned from the Hells since this has happened? Any individuals that you know, have they returned to the city?
None that I know of, but the hells are big and this plane is big, so maybe. But no one specifically I know.
Amongst
You are looking for that person you know.
the light of my heart. And his name was Tav. And there were two others. Another tiefling, single-horned, quite a ferocious barbarian named Karlach, and a human noble, the Blade of Frontiers, they called him, the Will Ravengard. The three of them went down to the Hells to try and find some sort of cure for Karlach's condition. She has an infernal engine in her chest. If she remains for too long on the material plane, she will meet her end. The three agreed they would return to the Hells and find a solution. And if they're down there and nevertheless, they are three very exceptional combatants. They fought alongside me in felling the Absolute. So if there's any three who are safe, it should be them. We must do what we can from up here, at least for now, until we hear of any more news from the Nine Hells. I would ask that you assist me in finding where my compatriots are and freeing them of whatever bonds they have been restricted to.
Absolutely.
I feel you would all do a little bit better than I would in a building that seems to negate my abilities.
We'll just need to know a little bit more about the building itself. Unfortunately, my own abilities are based in arcane magic, so I am not entirely sure how much help I'll be in this
Oh.
situation.
A spell singer as well. Always wonderful to meet another. And you two, what fancies you when it comes to combat?
I shoot things.
Well,
I shoot things very, very well.
all right.
Yeah, that they do. As for me, well, one part is I punch really fast and really good. The second thing is, in that sigil of the pit fiend that I haven't really dismissed yet, like I always like to say, I am a wordsmith, me. I don't know if it really counts as magic, though. But I come from words have a certain power that go beyond that. So, but I don't think that's going to solve the war anytime soon.
Well, glyph magic is still magic.
Oh, that's good.
It's an impressive glyph that you possess. All right. Well, I suppose I can share whatever I know, and then we can plan from there. And it is here that I believe we will meet the end of our episode this evening.
I
So,
want to hug Halsin so bad. Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's rocking the depression beard.
Oh.
He's rocking the COVID beard a little bit.
I was just gonna
Oh.
say, like, the minute is like he used to be buff, but now he's sad. I'm like, oh, depression gains.
Yeah. Oh.
What was that clip like? I thought you went to the gym. I did. Why aren't you strong anymore? I got sad.
Yeah, it's
I
a
got
thing.
sad.
Oh, no.
It's a real thing. It's a very real thing.
Well, as we prepare to find a wonderful channel to raid, we want to go ahead and hand it over to our wonderful cast. Let them know where they can find you. Where can we support you? What you got going on?
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find me all over the internet by just going to my website, lauren-urban.com, because that's easier than all of the social medias. Although, really, I'm only on Blue Sky anymore because all these social medias are a lot. The other place you can find me as far as other games are on Sundays. I do play actual Baldur's Gate 3. You can see me playing my other Dragonborn, the Dragonborn Cleric on Baldur's Gate 3 on The Dungeon Scrollers channel, that's in the mornings, and then the afternoons, I'm playing a Tabaxi cleric in Players and Book, where we're on the high seas having existential crises. It's a weird game. It's a lot of fun, though. I love it so much. Thank you.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. You can find me all over the internet, and usually some iteration of _Laura Tutu on all of the social media sites that matter. If you want to make your life easier, though, you should probably just go to my website, lauratutu.com. You'll find all of the things and stuff that I am doing. Obviously, I'm here on Fridays. On Wednesdays, you can find me hanging out over with Rebels Without a Castle for our D&D 5e homebrew campaign, DM'd by my buddy, Zach Savage Lore. And there's I'm doing a lot of vampire over at Folk and Myth. And you'll hear all about that when the time is right. But you prepare to be sick of me, family. It's going to happen.
I'd never be sick of you.
Never, ever, ever.
Never, ever. Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw, and you can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. I don't have a website because that takes a lot of spoons that I ain't got. But you can find me all over the social medias at PJ McGaw. A lot of things coming up. Some pre-recorded projects done way back are going to be releasing later this year. If you like Marvel, if you like Noirville, keep your eyes out because we got some cool stuff coming down that way pretty damn soon. I'm so hyped to meet my boy, the God of Justice, Tyr. Also, I'm currently pre-recording a really fun show. If you like cowboys, if you like dark fantasy, if you like Arthurian legend, then stay tuned because eventually I'll give you the details on Inevitable and another deal-making southerner. Jesus, I have a type. Everything else, check my socials. They will be there. There's plenty of stuff to come. And last but not least, please check out Dungeons Divided on Blue Sky. It's one of the companies I produce with. I'm a TTRPG, everything. We're going to be having a lot of insane projects coming down the road, and we're going to need everyone's help to make this amazing. So when details drop, please keep your eyes out because we're going to be looking for you to make Dungeons Divided united as an amazing channel. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
And I am Cujo. I have been your chronicler for this evening. You can find me all over the internet as either Cujo Plays Games for personal stuff, like pro wrestling, whatever, or you can follow Critic Chronicles, and you can catch highlights and show announcements and channel updates and all that stuff. When I'm not here on Thursdays and Fridays, you can catch me on Wednesdays over at Nerd Immersion playing as Gable, as we do Phandelver and Below. Next week, I'm going to be at GaryCon. So we are actually not going to have another episode next week. I'm so sorry, players. I love you. But truth be told, adulting and real life stuff is always a thing. And I definitely realized that I should have probably given myself like a solid chunk of time to just be. So that is going to be next week. So there will be no streaming of any kind for myself next week. But regardless, go and support. There are so many fantastic channels, so many fantastic podcasts and Twitch streams and all sorts of media from some fantastic independent creators. So go and support them. I will be spending the next couple of days recommending some to you, not only the ones you just heard, but like other channels like the one we are about to raid, which is Smoking Glue Guns. So for those who have watched tonight, or if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for the love and support. We love you. We appreciate you. Please be nice to each other. Please be nice to each other. And we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Oh, bye-bye.